As we come to the end of this football season, a number of players and coaches are forced to say goodbye to football. For seniors, this is it. For many, it's their final game of putting the pads on. But for coaches, there's always next season. But for some coaches, they're saying goodbye for good. And in the case of one Kennedy coach, he's having to say goodbye to something that's defined who he is. How does someone become an expert?
Run your feet. There you go.
If you ask the staff at Kennedy High School, they'll tell you to follow Coach Brown.
The knowledge that he brings to the table is massive.
And it should be massive. After all, he's been around the game since 1965.
Football has defined me. It's who I am, you know, I'm Coach Brown.
But before he became Coach Brown, he was Steve Brown, a hard-hitting All-American linebacker for Oregon State who is in the school's Hall of Fame as the all-time leading tackler and still holds the single-season tackle record in the Pac-12.
Use your hands. Come on, use your hands.
And his old-school approach to the game as a player translates to his approach to coaching.
Honesty, honor, those words mean something to me, and I think when I teach, when I coach, I try to make them mean something to my players.
And as high as his expectations are for his players,
Catch your ball, Cappy, bud. Let's go.
it's his generosity that has forged a bond.
He's bought shirts for the whole team, not just one guy or this guy. He buys for the whole team, and he's done it again this year.
Graduates say Brown is the first person they see when they return, and current players feel the same connection.
I love him, and he's a great coach, the best I ever had.
For the past 50 years, every football season, Player Brown or Coach Brown has walked onto a football field. But entering this season, he and his family decided this would be his final goodbye.
I didn't know why I was feeling so, almost like I was a player again, like I wanted to put the pads on and go play, and I think it's because I realize I'm coming to the end of it.
With every game, he comes closer to the end. So last Friday, he spoke to the players and asked that he go out as a Valley champion.
It was a inspirational speech, like, oh man, we gotta win this now. Do it for Brown, do it for Brown.
And that speech motivated the players to a come-from-behind win, but also one step closer. So when he walks off the field for the final time. And thinking of what to say when that moment finally comes. The words can't be found.
With him,
So while coaches may still joke with him,
Back in the day when you and Jim Thorpe shared the Jim Thorpe.
they're just trying to find a way to give the proper send-off to a man who has given so much.
He's going to be missed at this school and just in the Valley in general. Everybody knows Steve Brown.
And we don't know if there was another inspirational speech that was given before tonight's game, but Kennedy does move on, so Coach Brown gets at least another chance to coach, doing something that he loves. And although Coach Brown is already in the Oregon State Hall of Fame, he's one of 76 players who made the final cut to be inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. The announcement for that 2016 class will be made January 8th in Scottsdale, Arizona, the weekend of the College Football National Championship. We wish the best of luck to Coach Brown in that.